but he doesn't like initiate sex with me or anything like that. In the morning, it's like he woke up, like he opened his eyes and put his feet on the floor in like the same motion. And then I was kind of in and out of sleep, thinking maybe he went to the bathroom, but he just never comes back. And I was just like, okay. So I texted.
Okay, did someone lace your weed? Or did you forget we're back with another video? Okay, so this girl's boyfriend done left her after sex and because she was snoring and she overstayed her welcome. Like, I'm not, obviously, that's probably not the real reason why, but let's try to see what's going on here. I think a lot of times, it's just, especially in relationships, the breakups happen and it's so hard to find closure or like try to find a reason why. And the funny thing is, unless they give you a direct answer, and some people be bogus because at the end of the day, the person who broke up with the other person will always truly know the real reason why. You know what I mean? Like the person on the receiving end that's getting broken up with, they can even tell them why, but it could be a lie, or they don't say anything at all or explaining the real thing, beating around the bush with it. So let's see what's going on.
Oh my God. Okay. I just came from the gym. There's not even lotion on my face. So please. Okay. My dog wants to say hi to y'all. So I've been listening to you, been listening to share like literally daily, right? Did all of the things. Before I even get started, like one thing I had to work on is my own emotions. Like I know that I have to like figure that out. I've been in therapy, I'm divorced, whatever. So I live in the Washington, D.C. area. Met this guy. He lives an hour away from me in Baltimore. He's definitely in the 1%. We're both Nigerian. He comes out the gate like talking about his expectations. And he asked me, what do I want? Like he tells me he has a list. He asked me, what do I want? And I just said an unlimited Amex. Like I felt like that was just, I can cover everything out.
What? Okay, I don't know if this is okay. If they're dating, if somebody's asked like, "What do I want?" An unlimited. Why are we? That's already a red flag. Cause why are we making it materialistic? Already starting off the foundation of the relationship on that foot. That doesn't make sense.
Right. So he was like, okay, fine.
You told him when he set his expectations, you just said flat out unlimited Amex to him.
Yes, because his vibe is like he really wants a support, like a wife, kind of like all the things, like a really feminine, submissive woman, right? He's very clear about what he wants. He's divorced as well. So he was just telling me what he wants, like straight up. He wants like 2 more kids, just like literally
So
listing
he wants
things.
2 more kids. He wants 2 more. So he already has children.
Yes, he does have kids. So he's not that much older than me though. And like I feel like usually hypergamous relationships work with people who are a lot much older than you. He's 6 years older than me. So I didn't know if the age gap was like big enough, but he was really into me, so I went with that. We went on several dates. The first date, he came to me. Again, we live an hour away. The second date, I agreed to go to him. The third date, he was supposed to come to me, but something happened. He was just getting off a plane. I was just like, oh my God, I could come to you. I shouldn't have done that. I went to him. Fourth date, he's like, okay. He sends me the link for the place. It's beautiful. I look at the address. It's where he's at. And I was like, I can't come to where you are. Like, he's like, why not? I was like, I have a nail in my tire. The next day, he replaced it. He like tells me to go to the spot over the phone, pays for 4 brand new tires.
Look, I'm not no one to tell anybody how their relationship needs to go, what you guys need to be including in your relationship, but I can say there's a lot more things to life than the Amex card. Like, I'm sorry, I just cannot get over it because I'm sorry, when you're dating a person, you're dating a person, like who they are, what they're about, what they have, like what they're attached to. That's not them. That's not them. So if a guy was to ask me what I want, I would like talk about characteristics, goals that like the whole 2 kids thing, that's cool. Goals that we can work on together. All I want is just a gift card. It is a card, not a gift card. Now I sound uneducated by saying it. I know it's not a gift card, it's a credit card. All I want is a credit card. You see, y'all, that's red flags. Really, like, pay attention to somebody who's being materialistic. Very pay very close, because if you was to lose it all one day, would they still be around? And this goes for both ends. Yeah, men could be materialistic too, or superficial. Like, I just want a girl that looks good, so he can look good. So he can look good. You know what I mean? Be careful, y'all.
Right. So I'm like, okay, perfect. I could come to you. That's fine, right? That night, he asked me to be his girlfriend. Elated. I'm like, everything I've been doing is perfect. Like, I love it. I'm so happy. Like, I feel comfortable in the idea of having, not, I don't want to say transactional relationship. Like, I was kind of judging myself at a time for like wanting this hypergamous relationship and not wanting to like fall in love and like Disney story and all that kind of stuff. I was judging myself, but I think I'm more comfortable in like knowing what the expectations are, knowing what you're going to give, what I'm going to give, right? So as he's asking me to be his girlfriend, he's again listing out his expectations. It's like Ashley, he's like, you have.
Am I slow, y'all? Let me see something real quickly. Hypergamous. Hyper. Am I slow, bro? Like, I probably did not spell that right, fool. Bruh. Just cause I married somebody for higher class or status, while traditionally associating with many women marry men of higher status, which, let me move myself, is rooted in patriarchal norms. It could be applied to the act of a person marrying up. Okay, so basically, okay, I see what it is. Okay, now this is making a lot more sense. It's making a lot more sense. So this is not for love. It's not for that. It's not for that at all. But why would you want to be in a situation like that? And to me, that's disturbing, because it's just like, if you want the bands, why did you not run it up yourself? If you want the bands, why did you not run it up yourself? What do I look like waiting around for somebody for bands that I want? I just run it up myself. It's nice. Like, whoever's in your life is an add-on to what you already got. They add on. They not, you only have this in life because they're in your life. No, they're just an add-on to what you already have. Get it yourself.
Stay in the gym. You have to learn how to cook my traditional food because we're both Nigerian, and other things. I'm like, okay, cool. He asked me again, what do I want?
What are the other things? Just go down the list. Stay
Damn,
in
I
the
don't
be fit.
remember. I don't remember everything because they were kind of basic, honestly. They weren't like crazy, but the only two things that stood out was like my weight or like staying in the gym, his favorite soup, and don't be clingy.
But it's like, you get this man kids. What are you teaching your children? What is the man teaching the children as well? Oh, if you have a lot of money, you can get a girl or something like that. And what is the lady teaching the children? Oh, love isn't that important, If money's in the picture, that's all that matters. I really don't understand what's going on here. Like, what's the motive behind it? I mean, kids are a blessing and everything, but it's just like, you're just gonna put these kids on this planet just to please a man so he can give you money? Not because I genuinely love this man and I want to build with this man and start a family with this man. I don't know, y'all.
Sometimes he comes back from work, he just wants his own space. Like he literally said that. He was just like, you don't have to be all in my face. Go watch Netflix, go shopping, do whatever you want. Like, that's what he said. And I'm like, okay, bet. So he's leading with money, okay? He's always talking about money, right? Awesome. So that night, like, I hadn't
Awesome
slept
for
with him.
sure.
Like, even with the tires and everything, I hadn't slept with him until he asked me to be his girlfriend. I sleep with him.
So that's the oldest trick in the book, honey. The oldest trick. He get you, gotcha. He get you, gotcha.
This is what I feel. Okay. All right. I think I already know what you're about to say. But so the next day, like, he asked me to work from home from his place, which I love because he has like a beautiful like penthouse, like overlooking the harbor. It's gorgeous. Like, who doesn't want to work from there? That day too, he loves my dog loves him, my dog loves the place. It was great. Like, he let the dog sleep in the bed and everything. It was fine. Which I thought he was not gonna like that because my dog sleeps with me, but it was fine. So I have my own business, so I'm on calls in the morning. He came from the gym. I heard him come and leave. He texted me that he left, and I was going to say to him, like, can you leave the card on the table in case I want to go out and get lunch or something like that.
Okay, so just so we're clear about where we are with the story, you go to his house the night he decides to make it official. You're his girlfriend. You finally cross that line. Y'all have sex. Y'all are intimate. The next morning you wake up. He's on a call. You're in the gym. You got to stay fit. You come back upstairs. He's about to head out. So you're like, hey, babes, you can call him babes now because you guys are together. Can you leave the card on the table? This is where we are in the story.
This is where we are, but except for it's switched. I'm already on the call. I wanted to say to him to leave the card on the table, but I was on a call. So like, he just texted me that he was leaving because he didn't want to like come into the camera where I was at. So he just texted me, have a good day, whatever. And so I didn't get a chance to ask him for anything. Ashley, this man is kind of intimidating to me, okay? He has like a very fancy house, not to sound like
I don't even know, like, what can you trust if there's no genuine feelings involved? Because that be the main reason why somebody stays at the end of the day. Like, y'all could be going through tragedy, but like, if y'all both have that understanding, y'all love each other, y'all can get through it. So it's just like, when stuff hits the fan in this situation, how much can your love for money be the reason why you stay? And even for the guy, it's like, all of this for what? I just don't even understand. Okay, if you don't want to date or be in a relationship with somebody for love or whatever, I just feel like, wouldn't it just be a burden? Like, or am I tripping? Because it's just like, you're spending money on this, and it's just like, well, I guess he gets what he gets out of it. Maybe not everybody wants like love, and I'm the problem, right? I gotta be the problem. Maybe I'm the problem. Not everybody wants love, but like, this is what I'm just trying to say. Where's gonna be your sense of fulfillment? How you gonna feel fulfilled? You're not gonna be happy. Money helps. I can say that money helps. I will never say money doesn't buy. That's true, but money definitely helps the situation. I can't give you that. But when it comes to like, at the end of the day, love is everything. Love conquers all. For real. If you're not gonna do it for like, even like, think about the friends you choose in your life. Like, you don't have genuine love for your friends. Why are they your friend? For benefits? How much for benefits can fulfill you? Like, honestly, because me personally, I don't know how much benefits can fulfill me. Especially me, because I'm the type of person, like, if I want it, I'll just go get it. Why do I need to depend on the person to get what I want? You know what I mean?
ratchet or anything, but you know how you pull out the
Especially if
trash bin and it
materialistic
has like
based.
either trash or recycling? He has like four different compartments. So I don't, and also, I mean, I'm not like a cleaner or whatever. Like, I'm not, he has a chef, he has a maid, he has like a designer, he has like all of the things. So I don't really know exactly where I fit in to this, and we'll just put a pin in that. But
I'm trying to say,
I didn't really.
Before you go further, it sounds like you're saying you don't feel like you're enough for him. That's what that sounds like to me, but we can keep going before we go back to that.
Maybe
Go ahead.
that I'm not gonna throw that out. Like, I kind of talked to my therapist about this a little bit too, and they feel like I don't think I deserve. I feel like I don't deserve this.
wait, hold on. I can understand why she's saying that without her feeling like I'm not enough. It is true, because it's just like, if it's not for love, you already have all your needs taken care of here. Like, you got something to cook, clean. You already have kids. So it's just like, what is this person here for? And it's just like, if you got money, you can pay for sex. You know what I mean? Like, is it just the idea of having somebody to come home to consistently? Cause then I can see that. I can see that. But it's just like I'm saying, it's just not real though, because they're only there for the money. For the money on. So I don't know.
Which I don't think is inaccurate as well. I think I just did all the things. I usually look cuter than this, I know. But like, I feel like whatever. So I'm just in his house kind of feeling nervous. Like, nervous. I think like he makes me nervous. He's very intimidating. He's like a big boss, whatever. He calls me. I'm actually in therapy, and he's just like, "Oh, what's up? How was your day?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm about to leave." He was like, "Oh, I wanted you to stay." And then I was like, "Well, I haven't showered yet." He's like, "Ew," and we're like joking around. So I hang up the phone. And then after therapy, I decide maybe I shouldn't leave because he said he wanted me to stay, right? So I eat my leftovers from dinner the night before and take a shower, and like I'm just watching Netflix. He comes in like hesitantly to the room and like is pissed or something like that. And I'm just like, okay, maybe he had like a bad day at work. I'm not going to get in my head about it because, I have anxiety. I'm just like, okay, let me just not even think too much about it. He goes downstairs. He's like, oh, I didn't know you were going to be here, stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, like, I thought, I mean, I don't remember what I said, to be honest. He's like, well, I have like jerk chicken downstairs. So he goes down. I'm like, I'm not, naturally, I want to go down and be like, how was your day? Da, da, da. But I didn't. I just stayed in the room because he was saying that he doesn't like all of that after work. So he comes back upstairs,
Okay.
gets in the bed, falls asleep like immediately, right?
So, so not even acknowledging like, hey babe, come cuddle next to me. Like he doesn't grab you, he doesn't touch
No,
you.
no, we cuddle, but he like, I go over to him and cuddle with him,
Okay, but
and
he doesn't.
he
No, no, no. So I'm asking. There's a reason I'm asking this. So he gets in the bed, almost turns his back to you, and
no,
you're laying there, or
no, no,
he.
no.
Okay, go ahead.
It was fine. It was normal. It was
Okay,
normal.
it was normal. Okay.
Okay.
But he falls asleep though, quite quick. He asked me like if I was still watching the thing. He changes the channel and falls asleep. And then in the morning, like in the middle of the night, we like huddle. He pulls me, stuff like that. But he doesn't like initiate sex with me or anything like that. In the morning, it's like he woke up, like he opened his eyes and put his feet on the floor in like the same motion. And then I was kind of in and out of sleep, thinking maybe he went to the bathroom, but he just never comes back. And I was just like, okay. So I texted him.
Comes back. He just. So he got up out the bed at his usual time because it sounds like he has a routine.
Yeah,
He
That's
got
what
up,
it's
got
given.
himself together, and walks out his house and just leaves you in the bed. Doesn't say anything to you.
nothing, nothing.
And this is what I'm trying to say. I can understand why she's like, "What am I here for?" I don't think she's saying that from a place of low self esteem or like she doesn't feel like she's worthy. Like, look how he's moving. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm really trying to pick at his brain like right now because it's just like, what's the point? Is it just to have somebody's presence around you? That could be it. That's because y'all ever have a friend like maybe y'all don't talk when y'all together, but like I mean y'all probably talk, but be that moment like y'all don't talk for like 4 or 5 minutes, y'all just vibing in silence type shit. It'd be like that, maybe he just wants that presence around, like not wanting to feel alone. Cause even some people they will be around bad company just so they don't have to be alone. You get what I mean? So I don't know.
So I feel like I was asleep though. He thought I was asleep. So, and I kind of was in and out of sleep. And so I texted him, "Are you at the gym?" Like I packed up all my stuff ready to go because I was like, maybe I'm like annoying him or something like that. So like being here for too long, I don't know. So I was just like, let me just get my shit. So I texted him, "Hey, I'm leaving," and then he was kind of upset that I was leaving without saying goodbye to him or whatever. But it all was cool still, right? So yeah, I'm also because he was like, "Oh my god, you were snoring so much." He sent me like a gif of like whatever this ugly snoring person, and I was like, "Who took a picture of you sleeping?" It was funny. We were just joking around. What?
Okay.
He seems like a very particular guy. Like for him to joke about the bath thing, for him to joke about the snoring thing, it sounds like he likes his woman like he only wants to see a woman in this cookie cutter form. I could be wrong, but he doesn't want to see that too soon. It's a lot of things I want to say, but I'll let you keep going.
And so basically, I was very dumb, very, very, very dumb. And I thought everything was cool. And he had already sent me like a card to use for something else. And so I asked him if I could use it for another thing. And like the messaging was just like, after that was just sparse. And then finally the next day he sent me a very long message about how um things were kind of like how he didn't like what things looked like when he got home. He like I didn't tell him that I was still there. And that asking for to use his card was very selfish. And that he doesn't think it's gonna work. And I got really upset, like very
Whoa.
upset. And I was like, I hope nobody treats their daughters like this. You had sex with me. You got what you wanted, and now you're just making up shit. Like literally, like I popped off. And I
Nah, you see now that makes sense. Cause I'm trying to tell you, like long term, this was not making sense to me. Like, what is the point? Why is she there? Why is she there? But like to do all of this just to crush. Is that what y'all picking up? Like y'all think he did all of this just to crush? That's it. Dang. Cause I'm just saying, like long term, like you gonna give her, she gonna give you 2 kids. Like what? Y'all gonna be a family, but you don't want nothing to, you don't be around her. Like none of this is making sense. Yo, he use this girl to crush?
regret having done that. He was still going back and forth with me a little bit, trying to say like he doesn't need to, you know, manipulate women for sex. Like women are all, you know, which is true. You know, it's true. But I was just mad and I was just saying shit. So my question is, girl, I apologize because my therapist is male, and so my therapist was like, "Girl, you're tripping." So I was just like, you know, telling him stuff. He was like, "Well, what would it feel like to, you know, tell him?" So I like sent him an apology text, like, "I'm sorry for saying all of that. You know, I should have never brought up his daughters ever, ever." And like whatever.
I don't think she brought up his daughters in a disrespectful way though. She was just like, how would you feel if your daughters got treated like this? Cause you know, people be saying crazy stuff, aka Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, like saying anything about somebody else's kids. You get what I mean? But like this, she was just using an example, and I think that's a valid example. Or like his mom, like how would you feel if a dude treated your mom like this? She not talking trash about his moms. She's just trying to put it in perspective for him. So she shouldn't feel
I
bad.
sent that, but I didn't hear from him. And so I'm wondering if I should like call him or if I should just drop it.
You should drop it.
Okay.
It's time to move on, and you could take it like as a learning experience. I'm not gonna say a learning lesson, but a learning experience. And a man like that, I think men who are wealthy, men who have a lot of money, are very particular. I'm not gonna say all, but I'm gonna say most. Some of them, I'm not gonna say all of them, may want you to be up before they get up. So he may want you to get out the bed before he gets out the bed, done up, hair done, worked out, completed, breakfast on the stove to perfection. He doesn't want to see you comfortable in the first 6 days. What I also think changed was as soon as you gave it up, and I'm not going to say the word, but I think when men have seg, they have something called clarity. I'm not going to say the other 2 words. And sometimes I think for them after that situation, they realize, is this person who I really want to be?
No, that's so true because wanting to have it is a motivator to put up with whatever. Cause like if you gave it up already, no, I feel that if you gave it up already to a guy, like they were so focused on crushing, and then afterwards, okay, they already got not what they wanted, but like a big thing that they wanted. Then they come to realization, okay, so we already had crushed, but now it's like now he has to focus a lot more of your character. You see, if you don't have sex yet, then it's like always up in the air, like But now you already had it. He don't really have to think about it as much anymore. So he has to think about a lot more of you, and what are you offering, and your characteristics, and how much he really feeling the genuine you, and not just you in a sexual way.
Be with. Not saying you're an ugly girl, not saying you're a bad person, but maybe he just got a sense like, I don't know if this is the person for me. And I think it's important to get a man emotionally attached first before you make a physical connection. I think that's very important. I'm not
Yes.
saying it always lasts when you have an emotional connection, but I would want him to be hooked emotionally to me before he has my body, because he can have any woman if he has as much money as you says he does. If he was able to pay for all 4 of your tires, fly you out to here, leave the car there, leave you in his house, have a penthouse, there's probably 20 other girls on reserve while you were laying down, while he was wanted to be. So he says she showed up to the date. I'm just saying this particular guy who you're talking about. You came together pristine. Now you in the house eating popcorn, Netflix, hair up in a bun, and he don't want to see that. He doesn't want to see that.
Yeah.
I hate to say it,
I never
but
thought about that.
Now she
he
got a
want to
point.
see you done up. He had a long day. He want to see pretty to perfection, a little Barbie doll.
Mm.
Oh, hey, baby.
I
How
can
are
see
you?
that.
Hello. I know that's not for everyone. I'm not saying you have to change for a man. I'm not saying you have to be that for a man. But if you want to date a certain type of man who has a certain type of status, who is a one percenter in the world, then honey, that's what comes with the territory. And from what it sounds like, he don't want you to snore in front of him. He don't want you to what? Fart in front of him. He don't want you to look tired, smelly, and not bathe in front of him. He's very
I know I'm gonna sound wild for this, but like, I can't get mad at him for these demands because to me that makes sense. If the dude is offering money, 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 he don't care about love, he don't care about nothing else. Well, I'm not saying he don't care about nothing else, but he don't really care about love or like who you are as a person. I think you have to look really good. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like, men, I feel like men who just it's just like throwing money, just offering money as their value. They do that to girls so they can to girls that look good. They want a girl that looks good all the time, like looks really good. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't think they're gonna sign up for a situation like that where they're giving this girl all this money and she look mid or she look like a two. I'm really keeping it a band, and the girl doesn't have to do anything, by the way. So it's like you don't have to do anything. I don't know, cause just like why throw all this money and he gonna throw all this money to a girl that don't look good? That's just my take. That's just my take. I feel like I said, if it was real, genuine, you love your girl in all forms, and vice versa. The girl gonna love their man in all forms. You know what I mean? But then when it's just like artificial, I feel yeah, looks can be very artificial. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong if like you have a preference. I can never be mad at somebody's preference. Like you prefer somebody look good. That's cool. But at the end of the day, looks is artificial. So are we really surprised that a man who's all about money, 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 and like just throwing this money at her so she can meet these demands, also wanting a girl who looks very good? It's the trophy, it's the status, it's about the look. It all comes together.
particular. He wants you to be like a little Barbie doll. You got too comfortable too quickly for him.
Mm.
And he had that clarity right after the seg. As soon as things, again, PN clarity. As soon as men have seg, they come to the realization. The thrill is there because they haven't done anything with you yet. And that's why you were so much more confident before you guys did anything because you still had the power. You had the cookie. You didn't give him anything.
Mm-mm.
So you still was like, I'm that girl. He ain't going nowhere. As soon as you gave it up, it's almost like you felt like you gave your power away.
Yeah.
I know not all women feel like this, but if you know you're not that girl, and I know you said you've been watching the videos, you gotta kind of play the game with the small. You gotta play the game, not with the 1%. You can't
No,
jump
but
from
so this
what
isn't. This is like
go
I
ahead.
normally date 1% white guys. Usually, this is
Okay.
the first time I ever dated a black man who's in 1%. I feel like it's a different. It's different.
Okay, I will say there's a different in culture,
This is
right? Or
crazy.
different in the way people are raised, but I think men are men, right? I think
That's a
men
fact.
are men, they're black
And
and
women are
white. Women, we
women.
have gray areas.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the game is the same, but the only thing that changes is the players. That's what I feel. All right? And I don't want you to stress yourself out about it. I think in this situation, to get your power back, when he said, "Oh, I don't think this is for me," the best thing you could have did was said nothing, packed up your bag, and walked out. C'est la vie.
Hmm. Okay. Well, Thank you so much for answering that question because I've been thinking about that for a long time. Like, should I call him or should I just let it go? So,
It's completely up to you, Patience. I mean, I feel like after the whole
I think she just let it go. I honestly, I think she needs to just work on herself. I maybe that's probably some more research I personally have to do on trying to understand what like why like money is number one. That's idolization. Like I don't know. I couldn't do money over love. When it comes to dating, like me getting a bag personally is like a whole nother thing. But like when it comes to dating, I'm not gonna date you because like I don't value your income statement the most. You feel me? Like it's like okay, cool, that's great. You know what I mean? But what about all this other stuff? So it's just like I feel like that's the first thing. I don't know if you got. I don't know. Material stuff is cool, but I just don't really see the fulfillment in it. I just don't. But that's just me. But thank you for tapping in. Hopefully y'all can like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time.